Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Dive in Live with Camiel Daamen, with me, myself, and I. I thought I'm gonna do a bit more tutorial stuff as well, so not have a guest every week, but guests will come though, so don't worry, it's not gonna be all me. But today I thought I'm gonna do a special on Serum, since I'm working on a preset pack for Serum. As you may know, I have a Gumroad page for Lessons in Live where you can download packs and devices, and there will be a sample pack soon as well. And the next one is going to be a Serum pack, and it's like, I hope, around 50 presets or so, and a few I'll be making today. So why not do that live online and have you join in? So if you're not up for listening me playing like notes and stuff and fiddling around with filters and whatnot, then please leave, because you won't like it. It's not going to be like music, but it's going to be fun. So if you're watching and you have Serum, let me know. But then I also know that the comments are working. If there's something with the sound, let me know. Then I can do something about it. And for the rest, I'll just dive in and explore Serum. So last week we had our friend Nora Q. From Send Me Stems, and check out the episode. All the episodes are being checked back. We stream on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, like all the platforms that I have. And yeah, feel free to watch them back. They're all on YouTube, so it's nice if you're in for some inspiration, then check it out. And I have some news. I'm going to do this free introduction class where you will learn how to create a basic musical ID with Ableton Live. Spread the word to your friends on the 31st of August. And I even have a promotional video. What's up, everybody? It's Camiel Daamen, your online Ableton certified trainer. I have a free Ableton introduction class on the 31st of August. It starts at 7 p.m. and make sure to join, because it's limited spots available. It's free. And if you've always wanted to make music with Ableton Live but never got around to it, this is the time to start. It's a free course, 1.5 hours. Check the link below and register. Yes, check the link below and register. So make sure to check that out. Tensive Line, thank you for tuning in, dude. I know you always have to work, right? So you're going to check it out when you get home. Nice, really nice. You're tuning in. So yeah, let's dive in. Who's got Serum? Serum is a great tool. I hope it's big enough in your screen. Yeah, it's a really an insane synth. You know, it's like a whole sort of DAW to learn basically for yourself. You know, I've had it for maybe a year now or so, maybe a bit longer, and I recently really dove in and I thought, like, you know, I'm gonna learn this stuff, and there's so much to learn here. You know, you got the sub oscillator, the noise oscillator, oscillator A, oscillator B, and the cool thing about Serum is that you have so many wavetables that you can choose from, that you can basically like spend the whole life creating sounds and never be done with it. Serum is a wavetable synthesizer, which is different than your regular subtractive synthesizers. You know, it just doesn't have any, it has the basic shapes. If you go to analog, you have here, I think, basic shapes. It has the sine wave. It has the, what's the square wave, triangle wave, saw wave, triangle, here, triangle. And then the square waves, and it has different ones where the pulse is different. So it has all these basic shapes, but it also has like super weird. You get these vowels, you know, it get really strange. Here, maybe I can. And with a wavetable synthesizer, the cool thing is that you have a wavetable position, so you can actually scroll through these waves as you play something. So if I play a chord, you can actually morph it while you're playing, and with a subtractive synthesizer, that's not possible in the way that it is with wavetable synthesis, which is super cool. So we have two oscillators, and of course the sub and the noise oscillator. The sub is the low guy. Well, you can also pitch it up, but usually it's the low oscillator. If you click something with, I think it's with option click or command click, it will go back to 0. Nice to know. There's filters, and also with Serum is like, you got so many filters. It's insane. So it's super cool to like LFO a a bandpass filter on your sound, and you get like these weird kind of moving sounds as well. So you can move the wavetable positions, you can move the filter, you can basically move anything if you want. You can also use FM synthesis. You can send one oscillator FM from A or ring modulation from A, and there's so much more options that I've never actually checked yet. So if there's a Serum Pro online, feel free to send me your ideas, and it will be cool making some sounds today. So then, yeah, down here you got 3 envelopes, which you can actually use on anything. If I want to control usually they're like standard, they're like controlling the volumes, the levels of the oscillators, but you can also just drag them onto anything yourself, like on your cutoff filters. Every time you press a note, it does something with the filter here. It's like, now it's moving the filter, and that's cool. So these things are all available to you, and you got LFO, then you get 5 and 6. I think there's up to 8 or something. I'm not sure what the maximum is, but there's a lot of LFOs on there. And low frequency oscillators are used to move parameters, which is super cool. Yeah, if you're unsure about these things, yeah, that's I can't explain in full what it does. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop them here. I'm here anyway, making sounds. So if I need to explain you something, let me know. It's like a free online tutorial / sound design course, whatever. So yeah, let's get started. So let me turn off this filter and start. Let's start with a basic analog shape. So I've already made some sounds. Maybe first check out some of the sounds that I made. Look, I already have a whole list. You know, got the alpha bass here. Well. Ooh. So here you can go. This is the ARP me bass. So maybe I should take an ARP and ARP this guy. Ooh. Nice. Cool. It's cool ARP, if I may say so myself. Oh, preset was made with Serum. All right, cool. Bliss pad. Oh. Oh, I have to remove the ARP. Also nice though. This is more like a dub kind of. And you see that everything is moving. So the wavetable positions are moving, the filter is moving. So these sounds I'll be making today. It's nice. You know, I like these big lush sounds. And I'll also be showing you how to create really width sound. So these are the oscillator sections. We have an effect section. So I use a lot of reverb and chorus, and I like this hyper dimension. I don't have a clue what it does, to be honest, but it works. It really makes it nice and wide. The matrix is to show you the LFOs or like the stuff that you've mapped. There's this global part of the VST, and you have like the chaos, which is also like a wave, a sort of LFO you can use, which is cool. So I hope we can get to a lot of stuff. So let's go and start and create a new preset. So we take an init preset here in the menu. So we have a fresh new one to go. And then we start with like a saw wave. This is your standard saw wave. I always like to like layer it immediately with like some sub. So I take a sub oscillator, which is a sine wave, and put it an octave down. You get like this low end. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you're listening to this on your computer speakers, it might not come through because your computer speakers don't have anything under 500 hertz or something. So that's fine. Hey, Tapski, tuning in from Dubai. Welcome. Nice you're here, man. And I hope it's gonna sound great. So here's the chord when I play a chord. So let's leave it at this this saw wave and just see what you can already do with a saw wave. So we have unison, which is basically, if you move it up, you see that it's actually creating more voices, and it's controlling these. You can control these voices, like how far they're apart, the more like crazy it is. But it creates like super wide. So I would use 4. And I don't want it to sound too EDM-y, so I just keep it like small, but it instantly gives you a super wide sound. So if it's off, it's very mono, and if you put 4, it's like super wide. And blend changes the volume, so you can have more stereo or more mono. So you can sort of like blend it the way you like it. Hey Nikesh, welcome man, great you're here. Do you actually have Serum, Nikesh? Do you use it? Let me know. I would love to have a Serum person on here, and otherwise I'll just serum the serum away here. so now it's already a bit wider, and a cool thing to do is to have it like change in pitch just slightly, so you can have like a sort of how do you call it, analog effect. Because if you play a synth on an analog synthesizer, it usually moves a bit, it drifts a bit, and this drifts is something we can emulate with LFOing the fine tune of the oscillator. Hey, Will, welcome. Jelle Hagen, EDM-y, that's a nice quote. Yeah, I don't want it to be too EDM-y, you know. If you want to do EDM, that's fine, but it's like quite harsh sound for me. But all cool. Sorry, man, no Serum. 100% native Ableton, also great. I should do a wavetable one as well, but I really wanted to make this Serum version. So, all right, so let's make it white. So we put this LFO one on the fine tune. Oh, before we do it, let's I can show you something. You can double click here, 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 double click here. It's a lot of work though. I have a preset for it. You can save your presets here, but you can actually say, I want to have, oh, come on, man. I want to have this here, and I want it to be a bit around the middle, because if you're gonna tweak the fine tune, you don't want to go wee wee, because then it's too obvious. So you want to have a subtle way to do that. So I created this analog modulation, and it just goes up and down. It's like a pattern. You can make it maybe a bit more crazy here and there if you want. And then when I assign this to the fine tune of the wave, I can smoothen it out, so it actually doesn't go as pointy, it goes a bit smoother. Take the BPM off and make it a bit slower. Then when I play a note, you can hear it go wee wee wee. Because if it's off, it starts to like move a bit more. So maybe I can make it a bit more dramatic so you can actually hear it. So it's actually like maybe a bit too much here. So it's kind of moving slowly, and it's nice. And it makes actually your sound way more moving. So putting an LFO on the fine tune of your saw is super nice. Hey, Yuri, welcome. Ben, also, nice you're here. Nice, it's getting crowded, great. All these sound designers here. Yeah, nice, no worries you're late. Better late than never, they say. So here we go. So we're moving this. Let's add another oscillator in there. And just use the same, another saw wave. So now it's actually double as loud. Let me know if it's too loud. Just type in, hey, Camiel, it's too loud, and I'll fix it. But then, yeah, if you add this a second oscillator, and I can also make this one, of course, a bit wider. Super nice with the unison. And then if I want to make this one octave higher, to layer this, make it a bit softer. You can control the levels here, down here. So now we have like 2 saw waves, and they're a bit detuned. There's an LFO on the fine tune of 1. So let's take this one, this LFO, and create this analog modulation. So this is different modulating pattern, just around the middle, so it won't take too much of the pitch away. So we put it on the fine tune, and we go to the matrix. We take it the opposite direction, which is cool, because then it starts to move more. Only it's a bit fast now, so let's take it off the BPM and make it a bit slower. That's nice. We can maybe make it a bit less dramatic, just a bit like that. So now we have like already quite a big synth. Cool. We'll put some live into your productions. Remind me of a Moog synth somehow. Yeah, this one. Yeah, it's a cool kind of Moogie vibe. So let's add some effects as well to make it a bit more interesting. Because usually when you're sound designing and it's like super dry, it's not as much, not so cool to listen to. So when we add some reverb, so we take the reverb here and we put the mix a bit up. We take a bit bigger size, bit of decay, let's say 5 seconds, a little bit of low cut, more high cut, so it's a bit dark. Ooh, yeah. Nice. And then maybe some chorus. Chorus is always nice. Chorus is always cool to have, you know. And you can actually change this high pass filter. This is really great. Let me show you. If you put the mix all the way up and you put this on the high pass filter. And if you combine it with the rate. Oh, there you got crazy, crazy effect. So let's not do this for this sound. We'll do this for the next sound because I'm going to make some more sounds. So don't worry, we'll do this. Ah, well, you're a huge Serum fan. Every track, sometimes exclusively. And do you build patches? And do you have any tips or things? Let me know. Because there's a lot of stuff that you can do with this thing. And I don't know what's possible yet. Here's the low pass. It's also nice. So you can also LFO this. So if I would LFO that, I can also say, okay, this guy should go there. And when you put something, you can use this little headphone, or the alien, as I used to say. You can put it there. So if you close it all the way, it goes now, goes up and down. And you can change the LFO's shape here to anything you want. There's saw up. So that, and you can, if you have it on the beat, you can have. So that's cool. If you have, for instance, let me add a loop here. Do we have a loop? Do we have like a drum loop? All my drum loops are a bit tricky. Ah, here, let's take this like. So it really starts to sort of like move directly with the music if you put it on BPM. But if you turn off BPM, it's going to be a bit more in between the beats. And I like to have it like this. And this is cool. And yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff. So check out the other ones. There's some. Here's some crazy. Yeah, it's really cool. You can do crazy stuff with this. So so this is nice. So you can also have this. Other option is to remove all destinations and take a envelope and put an envelope on this guy and tell it to go up. So then when I press a note. And it can also go down immediately. So now I press like. And this is super cool. So this could be a wow sound. I call this the big wow. And let's add this hyper dimension. I don't know what it does. I have to read it up in the manual, to be honest. But it sounds a bit like a chorus. And it adds unison. But it's really good. Getting a flume sound with those LFOs. Flume. Ah, yeah. Great music. Nice. This is cool. So this could be a sound, you know. This is my first sound. I don't even have a filter on the sound itself yet, you know. So we can combine it with maybe a multi-band pass, which is like this. But we can also have this move like this. See what happens. So if we put an LFO, take this LFO, put it on this guy, and put it all the way up. You can also do a certain range. It only goes between this range. Let's make this go faster. Let's go. Maybe take a different, maybe just take a basic sine wave to see what that does. A sine wave is the most like fluid one, you know. If you take the more edgy ones like the squares and the saws, then it's really abrupt, and the sine wave is a more smooth guy. This is nice. I don't like it. I want to keep it like how I had it here. It's great. And let's just delete this filter. The cool thing of the filter though is you have a drive. And this is crazy. It really brings it back alive. You can see where you want. It's crazy. Now I like it actually. Maybe. Yeah, this needs. What you can also do is take the velocity and put the velocity on here, so it actually determines if you play higher on the velocity. If I play the velocity softer, so if you play softer on your keyboard, it will be more dull. If you play higher on your keyboard, it will be more high, which is cool. So this is nice. If you use an ARP for this as well, it's going to be super cool. Yeah, and to finish it off, let's add some noise, some chorus. I think it's the Jupiter 106, the Uno 106 synth. You can really hear this. This is nice. Let's have this in. Put the pitch a bit down. Maybe a bit up. How cool. So yeah, this is the first sound. Let's save it. Or shall we add some delay? Let's add some delay. Here's the delay. Add some feedback. Put it like an 1/8. Ping pong. Make it more stereo. That's nice. Cool. And then play an octave lower. It's always nice to play sounds an octave lower. Sometimes I pick a sound and I go like, oh wow, it's nice. And I play it like 2 octaves lower. I go like, whoa. So let's see. And of course, when you have the velocity connected to the filter, it's going to be a bit different, because then it depends on how loud you play as well. So, but it's a cool sound. All right, so I press the save button, and it's already in my user one. So how do you call this? The wow stab. And then wow with capitals, of course. Wow stab. Boom. So that's one. Yeah, so, oh yeah, Flume. Getting Flume sound with those LFOs. Yeah, Flume is great. All right, so we do a new one in the preset. And this is basically what I'm going to do. Let's make a bass line. Let's do a bass. So, a bass is usually really filtered. So we can take maybe a 24. And the cool thing, to get a bass, let's add a sub as well. So we have now a saw wave, and there's way more actually. You know, I can explore a bit here. We have filthy, the subby saw. It's too EDM-y. Let's see. This is cool. All right, so we have this. Let's drive the filter. Let's put it. Some fatness, take the volume a bit down. And the cool thing for bass, Stork music, yes, bass please. Yeah, bass is coming up right now. So the cool thing for bass is you want to have, okay, so you can do it with sine waves. Sine waves are usually, so let's take a sine. Sine waves are very, like the basic shapes. So sine, it's cool. And with a filter, it adds already kind of cool character. But if you take a more how do you call it, harmonic rich waveform, like a saw or something, you can really hear it gets way more character basically. And if you have the sub as a sub oscillator, and then you can have this one as a saw, so you can basically stack a sine and a saw together, and that will create really thick bass lines. And with the filter, if you have the filter react to the envelope, that's super cool. So if we take the envelope of the volume and we make it a bit more short, like, so I can take it here, make it decay. Let's take the release a bit open. Okay. So now what we can do is make it a bit more this, and then have the envelope 2 control the filter cutoff. And this is really cool. So if you take the sustain down, it will actually see the filter doing it. Every time it press a note, it goes. And you can make this faster, of course. If we take the decay down here. So now you get like this sort of house. Nice, get this house kind of vibe. So it's cool. And then we can add another one. Cool. Will is gone, guys. Hey, you give me inspiration for a track I need to finish. I'll see you soon. Well, that's great. Job done. Finish more tracks with Camiel Daamen. Nice. So we have the bass line here. Super nice. So what we can also do is say, you know what? Let's add another oscillator and take this basic mini. Ooh, that's nice. Here the character now becomes more moogie. I think it's also from a mini moog, basic mini. From they have a few of these wavetables, which are emulated from like famous synths, and the mini is one of my faves. Really. So we take this one down. It becomes really dark. Let's see if we put it back up and then play an octave lower, but then we play really low. So let's make this down, or make this one down and this one up. You can always check out. Nice, I like it. Okay, maybe we can detune them a bit. Just find them a bit out of each other, so they're like, you know. Cool. I really like this. So let's go to effects. Say put a compressor. Let's try and take this. Open attack. Close release. Not doing anything now. I'm not sure. Oh, it gets a bit more denser. That's cool. All right, and you can chorus it, which is cool, but you might have to make a mono maker after it to put everything under 150 Hertz mono, because you don't want to have everything full stereo on your bass. But this is cool. You can actually now use the high pass. So if you put 100%, it's also cool. But I don't like to use that too much. I just want to have a little bit of chorus on this guy. Like this. Less, but it's still a bit wide, but not like too crazy. Cool. Distortion. If you want, you can crank up the distortion here. This is getting a crazy bass line, and you have all these different distortion types. Ooh, ooh. And yeah, these are crazy. These are too EDM-y for me. But the tape saturation is nice. Filter it a bit. It's really nice. You can make it high pass as well. Where is it? Here. Make it like this. Which is cool, but it's a bit too much drive. I like a bit more the subtle ones. Let's keep it also low pass. Ooh, I do like it though. Just a little bit of, add a little bit on the top. So cool. And you can also change the filter now. So the filter is linked to this LFO, which is to this envelope, which goes really fast, and you can make it really dark, and if you want to have it less, you can just click on this alien here and fine tune it the way you like. Thing is, you know, if you're the sound designer, you're like, oh, I like this, but I also like this. Just make two saves. Cool. Let's add some noise on top as well. See if that works, even though we have a yeah, we have, of course. Let's take this 106 let's take this 106 HP chorus here. And you can also say, because of the filter, you can say I want A, oscillator A, B, oscillator B, I want noise and the sub. But if I take the noise off, then the noise is not going through the filter. So cool. That's interesting. We'll also make some effects later on with the white noise. It's great. So this is cool. Maybe noisy bass guy. And you know, if you don't want to have the noise, just turn on the noise. I want to have it softer. Cool. So this is my bass. You can fatten it up, drive. Nice. Nice. Cool. How do I call this bass? Stork Music, if you're still there. Well, how do I call it? Still 11 people checking me out. That's nice. I thought it might be really annoying me banging all these sounds all the time. But, you know, it's interesting, right? You can also change the bass. Nah, that doesn't work. Always try to... If you change the wavetable position, it's super cool. That's what I like about, like, wavetable synths, that you can really, really, like... twist everything and see what happens, you know. We can also make a long bass in a bit, like whoa, whoa. So if you have a long, and if you then, yeah, these are not too great for this, but it's nice. Maybe we can FM, so we can send FM from B. That's cool, but no. And this one, FM from A. Nice, more dubstep kind of vibes. So no suggestion for the name of this bass? Nice, it's cool bass. I'd like, that's the thing, and that's what Will said. You're giving me inspiration for a track I need to finish. I can really advise just to make sounds, you know. Sometimes you get in the studio and you want to make some music and you're not inspired and you're just making shit, basically. You come back and the loop is playing, you're like, nah, that's not my day. Then it's really great to make some sounds. Often when I make music or when I make sounds, I start to make music because I'm getting inspired from the sounds that I'm making. And also, if you're not going to make music, you've just created like a whole lot of sounds for you to work with, which are original and unique because you've put the love in yourself, you know. Space bass it is. So I'll call it, it's also a bit angry space bass. Angry space bass. Is that okay? So I'll click on the save button and say angry space bass. Yeah, and also if you want to change it, so that's the thing. If you go to LFO1, you can say, okay, now I want to have more. Ooh. That's nice. So you can also make it a bit longer and then make a variation of this one. So maybe if we say, okay, we want to have an LFO controlling the wavetable position here. Maybe smooth it out. That's interesting. That's nice. Interesting. Maybe we can have it. Cool. This is nice. This goes on the beat. Nice. Now it's a different guy. So maybe add some unison. See what happens. Let's make it a bit wider. Nice. Bit like Zombie Nation now. And maybe we need to like also LFO this filter. And then not have it go as crazy. Let's see what we can use. Let's see. So up. You can also have it only go once. I think that's envelope mode. Yeah, and then it stays. So that's cool. If you put the LFO in envelope mode and not in trigger off, it will actually work as an envelope. It just goes once, it goes up. That's cool, and I can make the grid a bit smaller. I think I can maybe have it, maybe fine tune it a bit. That's a bit slow, so yeah, like this maybe. Yeah, but still it needs to be made. I did like it like this. Yeah, you can put it on the BPM. So have it go up over 1 bar, or have it go up over 2 bars. 2, 3, 4, you know, so that's nice. Bar, 1 second, 1. It's cool. So let's it's interesting. This is also space based, isn't it? Nice. So let's also save this one. This is the zombie bass. So that's nice. And this pack will be available on the Lessons in Live Gumroad. So watch this space. And there's also other ones for Ableton, for the wavetables and for the whatnot, for the operator, for the analogs. So analog not yet, it's gonna come. So menu, init preset. Let's make another one because it's fun. Let's do some noisy stuff. Let's make an effect. So let's take the noise. There's so much noise in here, and also if you want to build kicks with Serum, you can really do that. So it's crazy. Yeah, you've got all these things. I still have to like work those out. Let's see what this is. This is, and if I add the envelope to 1 here, we close it, we open it like this, and now it's, I can make hi-hats also. If you take a filter, you take a high pass. Where is it? Oh, the noise should go in there. Yeah. So you can actually. This could be a hi-hat, you know. You can pitch it down. You know. This is cool, and you can always start the same. This is, I believe, the random enables one-shot mode for the noise oscillator. Yeah. So that it's not looping. You have random random phase. So it starts every time somewhere else within the waveform. Noise. Don't know what this does, to be honest. Pen it left or right. If you command click something, it goes to the middle. So this is a sort of a hi-hat, you know. We can add effects to it. A little reverb. Make it more roomy. And distortion maybe. There you go. You can really like add a lot of stuff to it, and maybe flanger to make it go. That's cool. That's really nice. So this is interesting. Drive it, fatten it up. Here's your space hat. That's cool. And now if we would add a MIDI effect from Ableton arpeggiator, you can make like a. This is cool. I think this is cool. This is cool. Can we gate it? Yeah, we can gate it. Ooh, this is nice. You know, if you want to have some effects, I don't know if you're like making some stuff which should go crazy. Could be psytrance, could be tech house, could be EDM. Use this stuff. And also, if we now use an LFO with an Ableton, and we LFO this guy, that's. Shall I make it with this inside? That's nice. That's nice. I'll put it out. Okay, so this is it. Let me take a Max for Live. Search for an LFO. 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 Here we go. Let's see this guy. There you are. And then map that LFO to this gate. Yeah, then you can make it, of course. Make it slower. This is cool. Maybe not as deep. could be like offset it to the right. There you go. Cool sound, right? So that's cool. You can change the rate. This is really nice. All right, so this is the. You can also change the attack. Nice. Oh, it's never done, isn't? All right, so this is the hi-hat, or how do you call this? Let me group this. Also as a back, it needs to go in the back, of course. Group it, so it's one family. Quarantine them. It is something with this quarantine, is it? When there's a new quarantine, if there's ever going to be a new lockdown, I'm going to master Serum. What are you going to do when you're when you're stuck again? I'm going to make music, do finger drumming, work on my courses, and do all that stuff. This is my Serum of this is my space hat, flanged space hat. Oh, I have to rename it. Rename flanged space hat. It's also cool. You get to come up with all these cool names. So drag this into Serum. Oop. So there's more waiting for you. So here, nice. Save it here as well. So we call this the same. Flanged space hat. Hatsake. Next one. Any preset. Are you still there? Oh yeah, still there. Another effect. Let's do something with the filter now. So if I have the noise here, let me remove the ARP. Let me ungroup these guys. Ungroup. Let me take this LFO away. So now we're back to having noise. Let's take this, or this is cool. All right, this is a bit annoying, but we can take a bandpass, which is cool, and turn it on noise. So the noise oscillator goes to the filter. Therefore, I hit this N, and then. So if we move this cutoff with an LFO, this could be pretty interesting. So that'll be like more drive and more fat. So this is how we can create cool effects with white noise. Let's say a reverb. Let's add a let's see if we can add a. Here you go. Now it's also having a saw wave through it. And then so I think this is how they make these bass lines for dubstep and stuff, you know. And you can also have the mix. And if they LFO this one, this mix, then you can get and then move that up. You can really go crazy. It's very noisy bass. It's pretty cool. So you can also sort of like create nice bass lines which are already moving a lot, you know, just with noise and waveforms. So if you change the waveform, you can go through it. You hear that these sine waves are a bit more chilled than all these very noisy ones. But there's so much. You also have here vintage synth. Let's see what that is. Like if you scroll to the wavetable, you can really get cool sounds. And if you like it somewhere, you can just leave it there, or you can have it move, which is cool. This is very experimental here. Let's see the MB saw. Maybe another one. Oh, I like this. So if I take an LFO and drag it to this wavetable, this goes really fast. I want to take it off. And it's nice if it goes. This is more like psytrance kind of stuff. And we can also have this level go up and down. So take another LFO, put it on this level. Oh, not so crazy. Let's put it a bit less. So I click on this headphone, and it should be slower. Take the BPM off. Make it. So now the level of the noise also comes up and down, which is cool. Crazy. So now it really moves. Let's make this a bit wider with the unison. Let's take 6. Make it less. You can also have this move up and down. The more movement you do, the more engaging it is going to be. But if it's too much movement, it's crazy. So this bit. So now it's also getting wider and less wider and wider and less wider. Add a sub. Ooh. If you're on headphones, you must have heard this. This is nice. So this is just a sub oscillator, -1 sine wave with some noise, with an oscillator A morphing the wavetable position and the detune of the unison, and it's a filter that's being moved with the cutoff and the mix. You can also change this to level by just clicking on it, and now I'm just fooling around with the level, which is also cool, but I like this more. Cool, and we could layer another sound, but you know, for now this is great. It's already really moving. So I can say, okay, I want to leave this the same. I can make it more coming up. If envelope 1 is for all the levels of the oscillator. So basically, if I change the envelope 1, it will change all the. Now it becomes more like coming up in volume. But I like it kind of like this. You can also make it short. But it's maybe nice. Like this. Maybe a little bit of release. Cool. Okay, how do we call this? Any suggestions? Nice sound. I call it, what should I call it? The Psy bass, because I think it's a sort of Psy trance kind of thing. So click on the save button and say Psy bass. Here you go. Nice. All right. So for everybody that's watching, I have a YouTube channel. If you've never watched before, check youtube.com/lessonsinlive. Last week I had Nora Q. It was a very in-depth kind of session, but I did sessions with Elke Klein, with Josh Butler, with Joko, Luna Ludmilla, and Francesco Robustelli, or Tripping Jaguar, his name is, and lots of other people, and more are coming. I've got Cenk Yunus soon, my friend from Turkey, who has Yunus Academy and does the Producer Hotel in Turkey. As soon as we can fly again, I would really suggest you to go there. He also does Producer Holidays, which is great. And yeah, you know, we do loads of stuff. We try to keep everybody entertained that wants to make music. And it's nice, you know, every time somebody's on the show, I learn a lot, and hopefully you do too. And yeah, I'm making sounds for Serum because I'm releasing a new preset pack soon, and it's going to be 50 or maybe more. I don't know. I'm already like really on my way to create a lot of nice sounds for you. And I thought I'd do that live. So if you're just tuning in, I'm just making sounds. And if you have any questions, or you have a comment, or you just want to share that you also love Serum, feel free to do it. It's an interactive vibe here. So Psybase is saved. Let's take a new preset. I want to make a cool pad now. So let's take a one. I really like the these basic. These are how do you call it? Emulated or so from famous synths, and I really like the mini one. So what if we combine the mini one? We turn on oscillator B, and we combine that with this basic MDC, whatever it may mean. And if you have a pad, you're gonna have an envelope, so the volume over time, which is a bit slow. So it comes up. Let's say here you see the time. It comes up in 1 second, 1.2 seconds, and it has a release of a few seconds. So if I now play a chord, it's nice. It's more paddy kind of sound. So not EDM-y, but paddy. And this is great, you know. So we can put one octave up. So this one, these two are. That's cool. Let's play an octave higher. This is already nice. Let me take down the volume for you. And then we can detune them a bit, because you know when you detune, you get that they start to like sort of move. And a cool thing what you can do is move them, as I did with the first one. Oh wow, here it's going wrong. Let's see. Is that you can move them. You can also do chorus. Yeah, chorus. I've never tried a lot with it, but also cool to use. I should play around with that more. But let's take this LFO. I've created a user LFO analog modulation, which is a small movement of the fine. So I put this one on fine, and I go to the matrix, and I put it a bit back. And now the fine, so the tuning of the synth is a bit drifting, which is cool. I make a second one, which I do on this pattern, make it a bit wider, crazy, and add it to fine here. Also the full range, but then the other way around, so it's more here. You can really hear them start to like. So now it becomes really like a sort of analog synth, and it's cool. We have a cool sound. So take some effects, some reverb and some chorus, put some more verb. So then if you put reverb and chorus, you already have like quite a big sound. Let me also take a MIDI effect. I have these nice chord presets that I made. I have here minor 7 plus 14, which is I think a minor 9th if I play a chord. These are nice. These are super nice chords. So now I'm just missing some low end. So if you're on good speakers, you really want to have low end. Take the sub, take it down an octave. Yeah, now it has some balls, doesn't it? So you also have this one. I don't know exactly why there's two signs. Can't really hear a difference. Maybe you need to turn off these guys. Oh, this one has a bit more character, I think. This is more triangle. Oh, also nice. Some saw and a square. Also cool. But I really like the sine wave because it's really just an extra lower layer, not too much character. So now we have these LFOs. We make them a bit smoother, these LFOs. So they're... take the BPM off. You can see here there's this thing going through. And it shows where the LFO is. The second one we also make a bit smoother, make it a bit slower, take the BPM off. You can also have a trigger, so when I turn it on, it starts to do it, but I just have it off. It just always is where it is. Nice. So this is cool. By the way, if you want to copy an LFO, you can hold, I believe, Option and drop it in here. And then 3 has it also. So that's interesting to know. And apparently you can also drop them inside of your wavetables and create your own wavetables. I can show you in a bit. If I won't forget, please let me know if I forget. 13 people. Nice. I'm happy that you're tuning in and hopefully you're learning something. This is a minor 9th chord with 2 wavetables. So in order to make it even more like sort of analog vibey, we can also change the wavetable position slightly. Not too much. You go, of course, this is cool. If I play it and I move this. Also cool to just put any, if you want a bit more dramatic kind of effect, you can put an LFO on this and have it randomly go. So let's take 3 because we haven't used it yet. Maybe it's nice to do this. And if you hold shift, you can actually, instead of like having to draw these little ones, you can just have the grid, and the grid you can change here. You can have 16, so we can have it really jump like crazy and see what it does. That is cool. Yeah, if you would LFO this on the semitones, it would actually jump in tones. You can create an ARP with this technique. So hold shift and let's make it a bit more normal. Let's see what it does if we keep it a bit same. Let's see. Now it's like an alarm, which is not nice. Let's take something more like a sine wave. softer, slower. Cool. It's cool to have it like this. Maybe make it a bit more wider. Take 2 unisons. Make the detune a bit less. This is great synth. There you go. Add the filter. Ooh, that's nice. Add some drive. Nice. Make it 24. Cool. So now we have a really moving synth. So let's say we could say the envelope goes on the filter. So we have like an envelope controlling this this filter cutoff, and we want the filter to come up slowly and to release slowly. Let's see, and slowly goes. No, maybe like this. I really love these sounds like this. That's nice, but maybe we can have it just go up. That's nice. That's cool. You can change, of course, the time here on the attack. That's nice. That's cool. So we have another stab or chord. What is a chord pad? Nice. All right, let's save this. Let's say I call this how do I call it? Warm chord. Boom. There you go. I wish we could play chords within Serum. Now I have to have this one in front, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm gonna save it for you all. Group, and then open the group and call it my warm chord. Yeah, my warm chord. And then save it, warm chord, drop it in Serum. There you go. We made another one. Shall I make one more? Why not? Okay, I'm gonna make one more. Let's go to menu, init preset, and what shall I make? Maybe something something more with sine waves, and then also very spacey. Let's take a what do they have? Are the here? What's this? Ooh, oh, this is really these chords are great. And let me first add effects already. Ooh, I want to make a really short. Oh, I'm in 3. I need to be in 1. So then. Ooh, yeah. Let's add another one. And then this is such a great tool. Let's Inception. Add some sub. Ooh, nice. So now we add like the low pass, which is great. And low pass, where are you, low pass? Here. This is how you create cool chords as well. Ooh, I love this low cut feel. So let's make them wide again with some unison. Ooh, yeah. See, this doesn't sound like anything. I always want to have the detune down here. I don't touch the blend so much, but you can change the behavior of these two. Oh, not when there's 2. When there's more voices, like 3 or 4, then you can change with blend. You can change the way they are stereo or mono or stereo. So that's cool. Anyway, we're gonna use 2. Nice. And then no. Ooh, This one is a bit, but this one is nice and warm. Ooh. This is a cool sound. So now we can also take the envelope on the filter again. And let's take it down. Ooh, nice. Let's take this down. Sounds like heaven to me. Nice, Stork. Great, you're still here. I really, really like this sound. Nice. Make sure also to have this chord, right? This is a minor ninth chord. If I turn off the chord, la la, you know, it's not as all good. You need to play a chord. So make sure to have chord. Tapski also still here. Yeah. Nice. I hope you get it, Tapski. I know we've been talking about sound design. This is great. All right. So now maybe it's cool to see if we can have the decay. Yeah, you can play around with it. You can make so many different sounds with it. I keep it short, and I like actually what the filter is doing. Let's see what. Because it's now going from down to up, so you can also click here and move it. So this is also nice. Okay, this is it. Oh, the fat sound, super nice. Let's see. We have some chords. Less rate. The delay is a bit different. Put the depth a bit less. So it's really just adding wideness, like this, super wide, like this. So chorus always makes your sound super wide. So I love this so much. So cool, this is a great sound. No distortion. No, let's not do the distortion this time. Let's turn it off. Flanger. Yeah, well, you can add it yourself. EQ is also nice to add. Why not? Add some low end. Take it here. Ooh, nice sound. Yeah. So much to automate it to do. And here. Nice. Okay, this is it. Leave it at here. Nice. Okay, we call this house stab, right? This is proper house stab. House stab, baby. Yeah. Boom. Oh, double B. Why not? Oh. If you add a delay to it, it's also nice. Make it more 1/8. Nice and dubby now. More feedback. And this. Oh, awesome. Anyway, let's go to the next one. One more. I know I said it before, but I'm going to do one more. I'm going to now really do the one with more sine waves. So let's take the basic shapes and take here the basic shapes. And we have. Ooh, it's loud. Oh, these chords. Okay, let me turn off these. So this is basically what we're having now. Add another sub. So this is the low. You can even go to 2. But I tend not to find 2 because it's so low it doesn't really do anything for me. Don't hear it. My speakers don't like it. My ears don't like it. Here you go. Okay, so what the cool thing is with this is you can even create bass lines from this if you play like this. And also what I like to do in operator, the Ableton synth, I like to FM two sine waves into each other. So if I have here, I can send FM from A, and then you can create more like character And you can also add like velocity to this guy, so that if you play a louder velocity, it's going to change. So maybe I can show you as well. So now I'm playing louder. So if you're playing harder on your keyboard, it will get this. It will get that vibe. So, but let's not do that because I don't have velocity sensitive keyboard. But yeah, we can have it like. Add some filter. Everybody goes through it. So I don't want to have it go all the way. Maybe until there. So this is nice if you have. Also nice. So alright, so we have now sort of a bass. Very subby bass. And I really like this drive and this fat. I really use it every time. Because without, it's kind of wimpy. And it gets way more like this. I want to have it less doing that FM. It's nice. You can also take this one down. I can also have it jump a bit more, so I can double click here, double click here, oh, double click here, take it down, take this one up. So it moves a bit, it actually moves a bit more. Double click here. And have it go down again, double click. Nice, so this is cool. And then we want to go maybe make it a bit more. Cool. Maybe add a bit for release. Nice. It's really cool. So we have an extra, we can maybe detune a bit. Nice. Maybe try and detune it, but then you get a wide bass. But it's cool, you know. Wide bass doesn't mean to be bad. You just need to use a mono maker. Cool. This is awesome. All right, so now we have another bass line. Nice. Let's do that. Let's save this one and call it sub bass guy. And what the cool thing is, if you hold Option and you drop this LFO in here, LFO becomes a wave shape. That's cool. It's actually quite cool sound as well. That's really nice. Really cool. So you can draw your own shapes in here and then drag them with holding Option into one of the oscillators, and then you create your own shapes. So if I have one more here, I can create one and just double click, make it here. So this is one with more spikes. It's going to be a bit more sawy, and then I just hold Option, drag it in here. Cool. Let's also take an envelope for this. So this is the variation of the bass guy. Cool. So now we have again the same thing. Cool. Make it a bit longer. So you can also have this decay, of course. Let's take that decay. Make it slow. bit faster. That's nice. So you can actually have it, and we can change it into a saw up. So it's slowly opening up this decay all the time. And this is really cool. So that's a nice sound. So this is another bass. And let's call this Subby Bass Guy 2. Nice. All right. So still 11 people watching. That's nice. Thank you for tuning in. I've made some sounds. I hope you like it. This episode will be available on the YouTube channel of Lessons in Live, of course. And yeah, you can find the preset pack for Serum soon on the gumroad.com/lessonsinlive page. There's also preset packs for wavetable and for operator, and there's devices like kick makers and snare makers, and more will follow. And the next week I'm going to do another tutorial. Have to think what I'm doing. Maybe you can send me some suggestions if you want to learn something about a certain topic. And yeah, make sure to tune in for this one. Here's the video again. What's up, everybody? It's Camiel Daamen, your online Ableton certified trainer. I have a free Ableton introduction class on the 31st of August. It starts at 7 p.m. and make sure to join because it's limited spots available. It's free. And if you've always wanted to make music with Ableton Live but never got around to it, this is the time to start. It's a free course, 1.5 hours. Check the link below and register. That's it. So make sure to tell your friends. There's a free class on the 31st of August where I show the Ableton interface and show how to make a basic musical idea. And I'm planning to do a sound design one the day before. So check the website lessonsinlive.com/events. There's also a sound design course. Then I will not be just making sounds like I did now. Then I'll be just showing you how synthesis works in the basics. It's part of my advanced course, which I also do a new one starting in October. The current ones are going really well, and I'm happy if you want to join one in October. So this was it. Thank you for joining in, and I hope you learned something or got inspired, and we'll see each other next week. Ciao.